Okay, so this week we are making from our suggestion jar a tiny bat, and this is my own suggestion, so one of mine. Okay, let's see what I can come up with. And this is what I came up with, these tiny little bat appliques, like so. So for this tutorial, we're going to be using a sport baby weight yarn. You can use any yarn that you like. And this is a yarn weight of 2 or 3 is absolutely fine. And with that, I'm using a 3mm crochet hook, and you're also going to need a pair of scissors and a yarn tapestry needle as well. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so we'll make one in orange, I think. So we're going to start off with a slip knot. And of course, if you're brand new to crochet, then I do recommend checking out some of my beginner tutorials and then coming back to this one. But we're going to start off with chaining 5. So we're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain 5. We're going to do 2 single crochet in our second chain from our hook. So we don't count the loop on our hook. There's our first chain, there's our second. So work 2 single crochet in there. So this pattern's in US terms. So in UK terms, they're going to be double crochets. So 2 single crochet in there. Then we're going to do a single crochet in the next stitch. And I always recommend just going under one loop, and there's a reason for that. So a single crochet in the next chain, and a single crochet in the next chain as well. And you've got 1 chain left, and in there we're doing 2 single crochet. 1 and 2. Okay, and because we've worked under one loop only, you can clearly see our chains, and we're going to work into those again in the opposite direction. So going back into the last chain just worked, we do another 2 single crochet. So 1 and 2. Let's move these out of the way. And you can sort of see that it's naturally turning in a clockwise direction. So in the next chain along, so over here, so if you pull it open, you should see the hole. In there, we're going to do a single crochet. So we're just matching the other side. Then in the next chain, a single crochet. And then in that first chain again, that last chain now is 2 single crochet. So 1 and 2. Okay, so you should have a stitch count now of 2, 4, 6, 12. Okay, 12 stitches. Then what we're going to do is we're going to create the tiny little ears. So we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to slip stitch in that same chain that we just finished. So slip stitch into there. Okay, and then move that over, move all those stitches over. Okay, then what we're going to do is going to find that first single crochet we made over here, and we're going to slip stitch into there. It's at the top. And we're going to slip stitch into the next stitch as well. Okay, and then we're going to do another ear. We're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 4, and we're going to slip stitch in that same stitch as that previous slip stitch, a slip stitch in there again. Okay, and we've got 2 tiny little ears, which you can't see so much now, but trust me. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to just slip stitch in the next stitch as well. Slip stitch down 1, and we're going to start making some wings. Okay, so for the first wing, we're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, chain 5. Then we're going to slip stitch in our second chain from our hook. So again, don't count the loop on your hook. It's the first chain as our second. Going to slip stitch into there. Okay. Then we're going to do a single crochet in the next chain. So a single crochet in the next chain. Okay. Then in the next chain, okay, we're going to do a half double crochet, so it's a half treble in UK terms, so a half treble in the next chain. We're going to chain 2, and then we're going to slip stitch in the same chain as that half double crochet, so just slip stitch into there. That leaves us with 1 chain if you can see. And in the last chain, we're going to do a single crochet. Okay. Then what we want to do is count 2 stitches down, so 1 and 2, and in that second one we're just going to slip stitch to join. And that is our little tiny wing. Okay. Then we're going to slip stitch in the next 4 stitches on the main body. So slip stitch in the next stitch, slip stitch in the next stitch, slip stitch in the next stitch 3, and slip stitch in the next stitch 4. Okay, and that gets us over to the other side. And now we're going to do the second wing, which is slightly different to the first wing. So we'll start off with a chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to do a single crochet in our third chain from our hook. So again, don't count the loop on your hook. It's 1, 2, 3. So in that third one, we do a single crochet. Then we're going to chain 4 again, chain 1, 2, 3, and 4, chain 4 again, and we're going to slip stitch in the third chain this time. So 1, 2, 3, slip stitch in that third chain. Okay, then in the next chain, you've got 1 left of these 4. We're going to do a single crochet in there. And then half double crochet 2 together. So if you can come back all the way over to this third chain where we worked this first part of the wing, we're going to yarn over and go into there, bring the yarn through, yarn over again, and then you've got that 1 chain left right at the end. Bring that through, you've got 5 loops, and we're going to half double crochet all those together. Like so. And same thing as the other side, we count 2 stitches up, 1, 2, and in that second one we slip stitch. And that's it, that's our little bat finished. You can start to see the shape, so you can cut your yarn, pull that loop through, and all that's left to do now is to hide our tail ends. So I'm just going to sew this to the back. Go back into that same stitch. Okay, and then just, if you don't like the holes down the middle, what I recommend is just using your tail ends to sew that closed. So just move it up, and then you can just sort of sew up the center holes a little bit if you like. Just going from side to side. Okay, so I shall finish hiding my tail ends and I shall come back and show you the finished little bat. And there we go, there's our finished little tiny bat applique, which can go with our other little bats. Like so, perfect for Halloween. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, hope you managed to follow along. A little bit of a fiddly one there, but you can make this in any sized yarn that you have. In fact, maybe I just quickly make one in a chunky yarn and come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, and here we are. Here is it made in a chunky bulky weight yarn, so it works perfectly and it's super cute. So there we go, you can use any yarn that you like. So I hope you enjoyed that tutorial, hope you managed to follow along, and don't forget you can find the free written pattern on my website happyberry.co.uk, so you can go check that out. And a huge thank you as always to our Happy Berry Plus members for helping make these videos possible. And a huge thank you to anyone who likes and subscribes and comments on these videos too. It really does support our channel. But I'll see you soon for some more crochet crafting fun. Thanks for watching, bye!